Alright guys, coming at you with the last VOD for Nova Weeklies of August 15th. Like I said, I had literally every match on stream, so I've had to do a lot of talking, a lot of recording, cutting, that sort of deal. So we're sitting here on our last match. This is Grand Finals, myself versus OffBeat. We met again in Grand Finals. So kind of the rematch I've been looking for. You know, like I mentioned in the previous VOD against OffBeat, I got a little salty in that set, and that just made me play really bad. So I came up through here through losers finals, and I was like, you know, I was completely different. I was like, all right, I'll just get my mind in the right place. I'm gonna beat this guy. So he went me gunner, which I think is his best character. He's definitely really good with the character. If this isn't his best character, then I don't ever want to fight whatever his best character is. So, yeah, he's playing me gunner, and I'm telling you, I mean, Mii's in general are underrated, but me gunner is crazy good, can space really well. So if you saw my VOD against him last week for August 8th, you'll see that I was trying to play defensively, trying to outzone him with snares and missiles and stuff. So this time around, he picked me gunner, and I said, okay, that's not going to work. I'm going to play a rushdown in this matchup. You know, much like I would against Mewtwo. So, and I'll tell you right now, not spoiling anything, look at the percent, things are even right now. It works a lot better. There are still things about this matchup I still don't know, like that, for example, he used forward air to propel himself into an up smash kill, which I didn't see coming at all because I had absolutely no idea that he could do that. So, you know, losing my first stock that way, but I'm just putting on the pressure coming up after him. And, you know, keep in mind that if you're playing Samus, just because you're going rushdown for a matchup doesn't mean that you can't be using Zair missiles or charge time. Now, granted, you really don't want to be using missiles because they're kind of slow, and will just put you in a position to just get hit by projectiles. But, you know, if you ever knock your opponent off the stage or up to where you can't hit them with a combo, start charging your charge shot, because it's, you know, despite the fact that you're playing more rushdown, it's still a super awesome tool and a great way to net kill. So, you know, find the moment for your charge shot. And as far as Zair goes, Zair helps you start up combos. So, you know, you see, I'm just kind of waiting myself out there and pressuring with Zair. So I got past that side B, hit him with the neutral air, and that killed. So, kind of even things up a bit here. I'm at a bit of a deficit, but no big deal. I'm trying to make that comeback. And, you know, and you can see it plain and simple here in the match. And, you know, I can just get up in his face and, you know, start putting on some real damage, because me gunner doesn't have a lot of good options up close, much like most gunners do. So, you know, my goal is to just get in his face and stay there. You know, I'm basically playing Fox, basically, Samus. It can be a little easier said than done, because to really get any damage or combos out of this, you have to get in first, which is a difficult thing to do, because forward air is an amazing spacing tool. Borderline, probably one of the best, in my opinion. It's so good. So I managed to catch him falling down with that charge shot, and, you know, he DI'd really good. So didn't kill, but but, you know, knocking him away, got the charge shot back. Bait out that reflector with the regular missile, punished with the sweet spot forward smash, and I took game one. So coming out of that, I was like, all right, that's the matchup. Rushdown is the matchup. So it was good that I figured that out there. And, you know, and again, spoiling things now, I adapt later on. So, like, he keeps on playing me gunner for a bit, and I just, you know, as the matches go on, I continue to adapt and try out different things. So moving on into game two, he decides to go Smashville, which I can understand. You know, Smashville is like the most neutral stage in the game. Any character, as far as, in my opinion, I'd say that no character has an advantage here whatsoever. I mean, there are very small slide examples of that kind of stuff, like platform camping and that kind of stuff. Like, generally, for the most part. It's pretty balanced stage. It's determined really only by skill in a lot of sense. So I can understand wanting to go to Smashville. You know, he's got that flat space to kind of zone out and help keep me in the air, so that, you know, because Samus has a hard time landing, so he's got this flat space. It's not terribly flat, and it's not like it's 100% just helping him in this matchup, but you know, it's a good map. It's a good map, basically. So, and you know, once again, dead as daylight. You can see it. The percents are just looking even. The matches are even. We're trading blows in the neutral. You know, he's zoning me out one moment, and then the next moment I'm in his face, hitting him with a small combo. So that was nice there, punishing the lack of attack there. The down smash. I took that charge shot and DI'd that so well that I thought I was gonna die, and I meant to like jump and air dodge as I went by, but I guess I just inputted it a little slow. But regardless, back on stage, and now I'm sitting at a bit of a deficit, about 30-40%. Hits me with that up B, and it was just enough to kill. So, you know, I just jumped back down and said, okay, whatever. Use my invincibility frames to get a small charge shot going, and I'm back to the rush down. So. And like I said, I'm feeling pretty comfortable because I mean he's at high percent. I just need one good move and he's down stock. And you know, like I kept saying, I'm gonna keep saying this. The hardest part about the mini gunner matchup is getting in, because these forward airs, it's so hard to get through them. It really is. And you see he's got some crazy setups, like he's walling me out with forward airs, and then he turns around, propels himself forward with a forward air, and then hits me with like what looked to be a down tilt. Like it's some crazy technical stuff going on here, and I gotta applaud him for it. So, man, that makes me sad to look at. So I managed to get him at the deficit. He was sitting at a really high percent. I came off the platform and I fast fell trying to get him there. And I went too far, missed it, and I couldn't make it back to stage. So he won that game. It was very unfortunate, but you know, I just kind of looked at the screen in bafflement. I was like, oh, come on. You know, I shook it off. I said, all right, that's fine. And okay, so I opted to go to the Town and City, which, you know, pretty standard for Samus. It's considered by most to be her best stage, because you know you got a lot of space to zone with Zaire. You got platforms to help your landing and help zero to death combos. You can go off the top easy. It in general is a great stage for Samus, but however, the large stage platform kind of works against me in this matchup again, just because of forward air zoning. It's just so good. So in this match, I tried to do a little different strategy. I start trying to run up and shield a little bit more, which it works for a little bit. You know, it only works for so long when you use it continuously like that. So you kind of have to use it sparingly. So I'm trying different things: dash up, shield, dash up, jump, just doing whatever I can to get around him. It's really just a mind game sort. You have to mix up your approach or read where he's going to throw those forward airs to really get by it. That's the hard part about it. So once again, you see me just sneaking in over that side B, hitting him with the neutral air. I was honestly surprised at that kill. That was kind of early, but regardless, I'm up a stock, and you know, after that I was feeling pretty good. I was like, alright, I can do this. I've got this. I'm going to win. So, I mean, we're just getting back to the match. You know, whipping that forward smash, punished with Zaire, and I tried to get in and dash attack him, but I just input got a forward smash instead. I was like, okay, whatever. Ate a forward smash there, and again, I was surprised that killed. So, but you know, be it as it may. So we're just back to neutral, pretty even game, 37%, not a whole lot of extra credit. So things are pretty even. Managed to get him with that down air, but didn't follow up after it. So and here it is, the forward air. It's so good. Like, you just really need to be careful about that. So he was gonna go for the propulsion into the forward smash, but I saw through his games and shielded it. And it's like, well, I mean, once you see it, it's one of those things that you look out for, and you know, a lot of the time you'll see it coming and just work around it, and then you're good to go. So now things are starting to even up a little bit more. I have the percent over him, but you know, he's slowly but surely bringing it back. And there's another thing about me Gunner is I think, you know, he can zone really well, but I think that, you know, his damage output and his kill options are kind of lackluster, which is probably why people are just kind of against this character. But nice getting me with the forward smash there. He just tacked on a whole lot of percent towards the end there and killed me with that forward smash, making a liar out of me OffBeat. What are you doing, man? So that was game 3. He's up 2-1. So we move on to game 4. And you know, he stays, I stay. It's just another battle of the projectiles, really. So we're just taking a long time on the character select screen. I don't know why, but I forget where I chose to go here. Are we running back? No. Maybe. Possibly. Oh, there's a build-up. Suspense. This is gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Okay, so it's time to see. So I decided to run it back. I was like, yeah, I had to see it to remember, but I decided to run it back. I was like, well, you know, this is a good stage for me. And like I said earlier, the only thing working against me is that the large stage platform for him to zone. Everything else just really helps me out with my combos and you know, with killing. So I was like, this is the best, probably the best stage for me right now. So I just thought to myself, I was like, you know what, this is gonna be fine. I just gotta run it back. I just gotta be a little bit more careful. So, you know, I'm running in there doing what I always do, or doing what I have been doing. And you see, I start to employ another new approach strategy here. I start trying to do short hop air dodges to get by, and it, you know, it works for a little bit, and it's something that I really just need to work on in general. The short hop air dodging, but you know, it helps me get through it. And I just remember thinking about it. I was like, wait a minute, that's genius. Why didn't I think of that? So I started employing it, and it helped out a lot. So, you know, I'll say right now, I'm glad to have started adapting throughout this set. You know, no matter what happens, that is a win for me. If I can, you know, see what my opponent's doing mid-match and adapt to it. So, and that, you know, that's just something you have to do with fighting games. It's just, you have to learn to adapt to what your opponent's doing so that you don't get mixed up. So, you know, already I've taken the first stock. I actually kind of missed how I did it, but regardless, I took the first stock and I'm at 125%. So, you know, the game is still even despite being stocked up. You know, just one good smash attack or charge shot will be enough to kill me here. So, but in the meantime, obviously, I'm doing what you always do with those stock leads, just get extra credit. So he got me with that down smash there. That was pretty good. Using my invulnerability frames to get a small charge. So I have that white form. Oh, excuse me. So, yeah, and I'm just running back into it. And like I said, it's this constant battle of back and forth between him zoning and me rushing, you know. We keep like tossing this ball back and forth. Very rarely do we find ourselves in the neutral. It was really interesting. So took that little flame burst to the shield and grabbed him from the other side. I was honestly surprised it worked, and I'm not. I think that was just adrenaline, just kind of going through my head, just kind of reacting. But you know, it worked, so that's cool. So getting back to stage, just getting out of the air. It's a scary place to be a Samus, because like I said, it's friggin' so hard to land the Samus sometimes. So I was trying to bait something out there by jumping, but he's smarter than that, so he didn't really do anything. So nice little small combo there. I think that was a down throw into up air, or maybe it was an up throw, I'm not entirely sure. It was a little careless with that charge shot there, so now I've got to take time to recharge, which again is, I mean, it's not as huge in this matchup because again, it's, you know, I'm more focusing on rushing down than I am zoning him out and getting him the charge shot. But like I said before, charge shot is a really nice tool in any matchup. So I caught that roll there, got him with a down smash. chased after him with a forward air, managed to hit him. It was coming down really close. It was starting to look like last hit there, because he racked up the percent pretty quick. It was 111. So here we are. We move on to game 5. I'm feeling really good. It's 2-2, and I'm like, yes, I can get this reset. I can do this. But he switches off of me gunner. I guess he realized I was just really starting to adapt and learn the matchup too much. So he's like, okay, we'll switch to Kirby. He switches to Duck Hunt. And I had a bit of a sinking feeling at first. And I was like, Kirby, okay, fine, I can deal with this. And then we went to Duck Hunt. And I was like, oh no, not Duck Hunt. And this isn't the worst stage for Samus. Because, I mean, there's a lot of range to zone, and there's some platforms to help you land, and the mix-ups with the dog and the ducks and stuff. But this is generally a stage I try to avoid just because there are platforms that there's like a lag, so it makes it difficult to land, which is why I typically try to avoid this stage. Which is funny because back when I first started playing, I could not get enough of this stage. I thought it was Samus' best stage. But regardless, back into the match. I've got a dominating lead right now. I'm only at 26%. He's there near 100. So, like I said, I just came into this feeling pretty good, and I was looking to come out of this feeling pretty good. But he starts getting some stuff going. Started to pressure me a little bit there off stage, so I was like, eat this charge shot real quick, get away from me. So that was just good. Use that screw attack to get through the down air there, which screw attack is weird in the sense that, like, I mean, I've been stopped several times by mini aerials, but I've also stopped several aerials. With screw attack, it's weird. It's weirdly inconsistent, I find, but regardless, I managed to break through that down air with screw attack, get back to stage. Almost got that charge shot confirmed there, but his hurt box was squeezed down to the ground. I think it was like a tumble or a roll, where he was just squeezed down like that, and I just barely missed him. So unfortunately didn't get that confirmed. And because of that, he's building up a lot of percent. Got a little bit of stage control back there with the get up attack. And I'm just doing whatever I can to get him away from me and to try to secure a kill. So he got that forward smash, which ate through my get up attack, which I wasn't expecting. Good thing it sent me in the other direction. Go for a high recovery there, but punishes the ending lag with the back air. So closing out the stock. And I gotta say, coming into this match was really weird. Is like, I just played 4 games Rushdown against a Super Zony character, and now I had to go back and play defensive Samus against Kirby, and it was a weird shift, but one that I made pretty well. So I got the shield break here. I was pretty happy about that, and oh no, I messed it up. So, and I mean, I messed that up. I screamed. I was like, no! And I was so, and I gotta tell you guys, anytime I miss that, I die a little inside. Like, I don't get angry at it. I get sad. I get really freaking sad when I miss that. And you know what? That probably wouldn't have killed because he was at 5%. So 5 with bomb and then the spike. He probably would have had just enough time to jump and make it back. But he was at such low percents. That was the punish to go for. Because anything else I did wasn't going to be punished. So I was like, gonna try it, and I missed. It was so sad. So he managed to hit me with that up smash there, taking my last stock, and securing the tournament for him. So I managed to get second place, but I'm not at all upset with that. Second place isn't bad. And really that grand final set was enough to just be like, yeah, I think I did alright. So good stuff to OffBeat. Awesome player. And I will see you guys in the next VOD. Thanks for watching, guys.